Happy Migration Day, my friends. I am not going anywhere, but the kingdom will get 53 new players today. Could be good, could be bad. Migration is terrible in Rise of Kingdoms, so we'll see what happens. We certainly need the help, I will say that. If we look at our current ranking system, there you go. I'm 23rd strongest in the kingdom, and as second and third have stopped playing, that says a lot about the kingdoms. There's a few problems here, let's be completely honest here. There's some people are going, some people will of course come, but when a player without any money is 23rd, you need some stronger players. So the way KVK2 migration works is 50 people come in, plus 3 special tickets. The way the 50 people come in works is the king spends about 3 weeks planning who's going to come, meticulously talking to people, working it through, working out which accounts are good enough, telling people the green light or the red light. And then on migration day, all goes to shit and anyone comes in because the system does not allow the king to say no. So the first 50 people to say to come in are here. So all the talking is kind of useless. Yeah, you can get the right people ready to come, but it's all a complete lottery. So no one knows how it will turn out, but what I will say is here are the rankings now. Top players, King Penguin, as I say, 2 and 3 aren't here, so we have 1 active tier 5. I believe some of these players are definitely leaving. There's a big posse of people going to 60. They were planning on zeroing a lot of accounts in 59 before they left, but alas, their plan was not quite as secret as they thought, and they were all zeroed before they left, which was quite funny to see, to be honest. Apart from Moten, I like Moten. Moten, good guy Moten, I like him. The rest of them, off you go, lads. So we will see what happens with the migration. I'm off out today, so when I come back, I presume I will no longer be the 23rd strongest player in the kingdom. For now, I've gone to live next to my farm. Gregan Farm and Gregan Town are happy together. The reason for that is I'm just farming barbarian forts, but I'm farming them with 1+1 forts, which means 2 people involved instead of the usual 8 or so. Which means you take more severely wounded, yes, but you also get more books. So every time I get books, I get 5 books instead of 3. So the long old grind to tier 5 is being helped by this. There we go, we're getting there. Why am I not migrating? Well, I don't see the point. I will migrate this account presumably several times as it gets older. In fact, I've been acquiring more passports. I'm now up to 10. But I don't see the point in going now, because no one knows how the kingdom's going to look after the migration window is closed. It could be fantastic, could be the strongest kingdom in the world with the greatest people, it could be a disaster, and the same can be said of every other kingdom. The migration system is so bad, unfortunately. It's great for Season of Conquest, it really works well there, but for now, migration system is so bad with all the cross-migrant players coming in that it's just a gamble to go anywhere. So I'll stick with the devil I know, and then because I don't want to go into KVK3 raw and a weak player, I want to make sure I do KVK2 twice. So I'll presumably go back to a kingdom. I don't know. Well, I do know where I'm going. But it's a long way away from here. It's 2 months or so away from here, and my account is 2 months older than that. So no migration today, but we're ready to migrate as and when we need to, unless things here are just fantastic. But again, this channel's more about this account than the kingdom itself, and this account will benefit a lot more from doing KVK2 twice, so it's very unlikely I'll stay loyal to these lovely guys in this kingdom, not because I don't like them, just because I want to make sure the account gets tier 5 for KVK3. Right, when next you see... Oh, finally, I changed the thing at the bottom. I now show the account age, as if we're going to migrate at some point, it's going to just get confusing. So 148 days old. There we go, proof. 26.7 million power. Got a crappy little Thutmose, good little YSG. Apart from that, well, obviously I'm not saving gold heads, I'm putting gold heads in there, but as soon as that's done, all the gold heads are going to be saved. We'll get Thundu's level 60 at some point, probably Kusunoki as well. But this is all about migration, so I shall see you soon with, well, let's hope the 50 players know what they're doing. See you in a bit. Right, we're back. For you, this is just a couple of seconds. For me, this is bloody 12 hours, 7 of which we're driving, so Let's experience together. I know some big players have come in, but so earlier I was number 23 power in the kingdom, you know, flexing it a little bit, going out. Oh, Mr. Greg, can I get you a pizza? Mr. Greg, pizza, Mr. Greg. I mean, shine your shoe. Different now. Let's go and have a look. So, alliance power has gone up to two big ones. Individual power. So I've 36 bigger players than me have come in today. Oh, wow, we have some big. I did not see them earlier. I saw Shelby, and as a fan of... That's been a bit of a wee. As a fan of Peaky Blinders, I respect it. I saw Shelby. We got 520 FCL. This guy... Right. I'm going to go through now and pretty much say whether the accounts are good or not. And if this is your account, I'd like to apologise. We have 29 new Tier 5 players today. We'll count him a Tier 5 as well. 30-odd Tier 5 players. So firstly, Makibao, quality guy. I know this guy. I love him. Brilliant guy. Who else have we got? I don't know these people. I'm just going to look at the account kill points history. I don't know if they bought the account, if it's come from the beginning. Everyone buys accounts nowadays. So it's boring. Yeah, in my opinion on buying accounts, it's shite. It shouldn't be allowed. They should all be banned. But it is cheaper. So power kill points. Kill points a little low for the power. Let's have a look at total deads. Total deads, 17 million. Yeah, pretty. Looks like it's a really old account. Really good account. It seemed a bit creepy. I just like seeing you people. That seems a young lady. Who do we have? Well, obviously with an account like that, all the KVK2 commanders maxed. That one looks a good one. Don't know this guy. He's got an ID similar to my main. Kill points less than my main. And with power that high, I don't know. Looks like a very friendly, handsome young man. Got all the KVK2 commanders maxed? Maybe. Kill points acceptable there, I think, for that. I'm very harsh with these things. Elsa, I think it might be a bought account. Kill points very low for an ID that... an ID that old's about 3 years old. But then again, if it's a bought account, you can't be held accountable. This chap, low kill points for the ID. But not low kill points in general. And players... like, it just means they're a decent fighter, not a madman. 14 million dead. Excellent. My deads on my main are terrible, so you know, I can't really whinge. This guy, 13 million dead for an account that young is really impressive. By which I mean that guy's a fighter. This chap. Now there's an account. Yeah, I imagine there's going to be tons of dead. 26 million dead, right? This guy's the best guy we've seen so far. So when you play, perhaps as long as I have, power's kind of irrelevant. As long as it's 62 million or higher, then they'll have a full march of every troop type. Maybe not 5 marches, but you look for kill points. Kill points just mean everything. This chap, pretty decent. Maybe you'd expect a little more with that ID, but nothing embarrassing there at all. 16 million dead, all completely fine stuff. I know when I think, this chap, yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's that's an old ID-ish, I think. 12 million dead, impressive. Yep. Yeah, these are all good players, so 6 million dead's lower than the rest, but it is a newer account. Newer accounts, I like them because it's more like me, but it also means that they won't be as strong because, of course, we haven't had we haven't had all the time with the commanders. It's interesting to go through like this. Slayer Itachi, decent kill points. How many deads? 8 million, a little on the low side, but more than mine. Brighter, our king. Old account, should have more kill points. Sorry, mate, you should. Same one here. Penguins from before. Anakin. The kill points don't look very big, but he stopped playing for a while and missed loads of KVKs. You know, you've got to understand that. So I'm sure he knows his kill points are low, but I'm sure he'll be working on them. Not bad. Get to very old account. Let's see how many deads. 24 million. This guy's a fighter. Miss Iron. Well, there we go. There's a nice little number. 20 million dead. Respect. This is a terrible account. Sorry, Peacemaker. Old account, 64 million power, 374 million kill points. And saving grace is a lot of tier 5 kill points. 6.5 million dead isn't terrible, but you know, I so far look at this. First time I've looked through, I think we've got a good selection of people coming in. Another lowish, it's a newish account, like 18 months, maybe 16 months. Very few deads, but not a great one there. This one's a new one with a lot of kill points. A lot of respect for this guy. Yeah, we've got a good selection of guys here, but we'll keep going a little bit. Now that's Cray-Ray. Cray-Ray, you need to work on this, my friend. But you can work on it. Dake, it's a new account again. Anything with 1.4 at the beginning is a newish account. 1.5 is like, we look where I am with this account. I am 1.6 at the beginning. 1.4.4 is about 12 months ago, so I just work it out from that. Anyways, keep going down, because I'm sure this is... But it's interesting to see the new people come in. Zombie, older account, should have more kill points. I'm very harsh on these things, but a lot of deads. I like a lot of deads. Tilak, in the middle. Simka needs a lot more kills. I'm not even going to start there. Or there. Not too, but it is a 2-year-old account. Okay, so we've got a lot of really strong players up here, and by strong I mean fight a lot, have lots of deads, know what they're doing. Then when it comes down here, but so many people come back to KVK2 to increase their kill points, so you can't judge anyone. I know a lot of guys who've come to play with me in 31, not in a weird way, who had very low kill points when they first came, and they've completely taken it to like a duck to water. Sometimes you just need the right mix. If you don't like the people in your kingdom, then you might not be fighting tooth and nail. But if you do, you might want to send all your troops to Valhalla to protect them and get all those lovely, delicious kills. So anyway, we look to have improved a lot. If I'm completely honest, all the kingdoms around here would have done the same. Migration's in a real mess. It's one of the worst things about Rock so far. Season of Conquest migration, fantastic. Can't really criticize that. It works perfectly. KVK2 migration, getting your 50 players in and your 3 special tickets and just hoping for the best because you can't say no. You literally can't reject someone from migrant. You can just do the max power required, or the max power they can get anyone in there. Just come in when they got 2 kill points or 200 trillion. So you don't know what you're going to get. You can say you're going to migrate 0 illegal migrants, but very rarely happens apart from the top kingdoms. Which is why, as I've said many times, I'm all passported up. I've got me 10 passports here ready to go. Not because I don't like it here, just because we're now going to be competing. It's not just our kingdom who've got all these new players in, if I can remember where the bloody thing is. Not just us who've got in all these new players. Every kingdom in our bracket will now have a very similar roster to this. If they've done like we did and did 100 million top, like anyone under 100 million come in, they'll have it looking like this and they'll be in Seed A. If they've gone for 55 million, it will look a little different. They'll be in Seed B. So they're all going to look like that. It's not going to be pretty for us guys as free-to-play or same-season players when everyone's running around Max Alexander, Saladin, etc. But you got to take your medicine. Season of Conquest, great fun. I want to get there. I want to get there with Tier 5. So I'm going to be playing this KVK2 here and then presumably leaving. But for now, it's nice to see we've got some big names in. It's really nice to see, incidentally, that we have a good split amongst 2 alliances. I think that's a good way to go. I like having 1 main alliance and 1 support, but there's also plenty of... If you've got the numbers like we clearly do now, this is a nice little way of setting up. Let's check Chaos. Do they have anyone big? Shanks is a... There we go. That's the same season guy. I don't know if he's migrated in. Fair play. Okay, so it's mainly the 2 alliance setup here. Some decent powers here, but it's more like my level of power and my level of account age. So certainly nothing to compare with the big boys. Well, my friends, as I go and kill enough barbarians to get today's quest, I will just leave you with the knowledge that KVK2 starts on Christmas Eve. What a wonderful Christmas present that is. My migration window will start in about 60 days, so I'm going to be here for perhaps the first 30 days of KVK2, getting what I can out of it. It's going to be another 60 days, means another 120 gold heads, which is lovely for me. The longer we can wait for going to Season of Conquest, the better we can equip ourselves and prepare ourselves for it. I need to work on a lot on this account. I will do an account review, I think, next. But there we have migration. 59's got strong. Whether or not it's strong with the right players, you never know till the fighting starts. You can have the highest power players that can be useless. You can have a load of 60 million players and they can be fantastic. Kill points are a good indicator, but with so many accounts being bought and sold nowadays, usually it just shows how the last person who was in charge of the account played, and that has no indication upon the new owner. So the people I've been critical of, maybe they bought the accounts and maybe they're just going to play it completely differently. For now, though, I'll say thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go and sleep forever because driving 7 hours is a bastard. And I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.